Well, the Santa Ana winds are kicking, leaving us nothing but clear skies over Dodger Stadium in L.A. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Today, a matchup that could shape the playoff picture. The division's fiercest rivalry continues right after this. Rich Hill, a left-hander from Massachusetts, will be doing the starting pitching here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that, and if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Into the box now, John Jay, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Here comes the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Dero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, it hasn't been the best of times, Dero. They've lost the first 3 games of this set at home, and the last thing you want to do is get swept in a 4-game series at home. You need to win this one.
Yeah, it can't happen. Can't get swept 4 games in a row on your home turf. Watch for the manager to make. He's going to make moves, and he's going to make them quick. I don't know what they're going to be pitching, hit and run. Something's happening today.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Seager ranging into the outfield, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
At the end of the day, besides wins and losses, this should be the only stat that matters. And that's creating runs for your team, and that's exactly what this team does and this lineup does consistently. They lead the league right now in touching home plate, and more times than not, that's going to lead to a W.
Ready now, Eduardo Escobar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Nope. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Dero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not say complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
Popped him up. Bellinger is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
And that's taken up and in for ball 2. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
So here's the cleanup hitter, A.J. Pollock. He comes into this one hoping for a late season push toward moving up near the top of that RBI leaderboard. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. His career batting line against Hill, he's just 1 for 13. Here's the 0-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Goldschmidt is off at first with 2 away. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in. And another snap throw to the bag. And he'll dive back in. And again he'll snap one over to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. And another snap throw to the bag. Runner back safely. A runner on first with 2 away. Runners off for second. Strike taken to throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard down the line. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Robbie Ray is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's ERA. Any ERA under 4 is pretty good in this day and age of baseball when we have all these high-scoring, high-flying affairs. This guy knows how to pitch. He knows how to control the running game. And most importantly, he's not afraid to throw strikes. We'll see how he does in this one.
Digging in, Chris Taylor. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Hit hard on the ground towards second. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
Boy, that wasn't a very good pitch there. Up and away. That breaking ball, Dero, that slider intended to be down and away. Instead, it was up and away.
Yeah, that was definitely a missed spot right there, Dan. You saw the batter's eyes light up, and he didn't miss it.
Stepping in now, Logan Forsythe. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, without question, this team is on a roll offensively, defensively, from the pitching standpoint. If they could steal this one again and continue this winning streak, it'd be special.
Boy, Dero, this team's playing some really good baseball right now. When you get on a roll, you like to continue that roll, and if they could pull off this one and keep that streak going, they'd feel awfully good about themselves.
Pitch popped up. Escobar is there for it. 1 down. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, Dero?
Yeah, Matt, we got a nice seat today to see one of the best offenses in the game do what they do best, and that's create havoc. They're one of the top teams in the game as far as slugging percentage, and it's going to be on display today. From line to line, they can beat you, driving balls over the fence, into the fence, gappers, bunch of different ways to beat you.
Here's Corey Seager. He's had a real nice season in the batting average department, but he'll need to turn it on a bit down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that coveted batting title. First offering on its way. No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1. Missed with a slider. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. He's got 3 base hits in 21 at-bats. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he just manages to get his hand in. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. To second for 1. On to Goldschmidt, but too late as they'll just get the 1.
That's a really tough double play to turn when the first baseman has to field it coming off the bag and then make a throw to second while the runner is going down the line. Couldn't complete the double play, but at least they got 1 out.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Full count to Bellinger. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
The 3-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Peralta is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Into the box, David Peralta. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Forsythe has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's take a look at Jock Peterson. He could play both corners, but his calling card is center field, where he can track down a lot of balls gap to gap and got a strong enough arm to throw guys out at the plate.
Up next for Arizona, Nick Ahmed. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball taken right down the middle.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
And it's quickly 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Ahmed is retired. 2 down now. And that'll bring in the middle infielder Ketel Marte. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. Two out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and missed.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now at the plate, Justin Turner. He drove in his club's only run a night ago.
Justin Turner.
First pitch on its way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. The 1-0. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Nick Ahmed. Defense is this guy's calling card. One of the slickest defenders in our game. Super sure-handed and doesn't get enough love on the defensive side of the ball.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. Comes in with 6 hits in 27 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Here's a strike. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Nope.
Missed with a breaking ball. Takes this the other way to right. In is Jay, but this ball's in front of him for a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's Jock Peterson now, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 10 home runs and 23 driven in. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Puig off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
They're showing they're not afraid to be aggressive on the base path so far in this one. But we'll see if this caught stealing slows that down a bit. Managers never like to run into outs, so they might play it a little safer going forward.
3-1 to the Dodgers left fielder.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Now to the plate, Will Smith, man at first after the 2-out walk. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Working for the punch out and the offering on the ground to the left side. Scooped up on the backhand. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. And we are tied 0-0. We welcome you back on a sunny day here in Los Angeles, set to start the 3rd inning in this one. Settling in now, Jeff Mathis. He enters this one sitting right on the Mendoza line at an even 200. Here comes the first pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Here it comes, 0-2. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Hit back up the middle. Seager has it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. So with 1 gone, time for our look at the current standings. As you can see, these guys really have a comfortable lead in the division race to this point in the season. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Robbie Ray. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Lifted the other way to left center. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, John Jay.
Now at the plate, John Jay. He flied out leading off the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. 3rd inning, no score to this point. One and one to the D-backs leadoff man.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, When you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
It's 1-2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Hit on the ground to third. And the Diamondbacks have their first hit of the game.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Yeah, and some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
Eduardo Escobar standing in as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here it comes, 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Fastball right over the outside corner. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Jay leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball.
It looked like, from our perspective, he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
And another foul ball. Three balls and 2 strikes to Eduardo Escobar.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Forsythe is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. One left for Arizona. Home half of the third coming up. No score. So here now is the pitcher, Rich Hill, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Rich Hill.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bouncer down the line. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Center fielder, number 3, Chris Taylor.
Next up for Los Angeles, Chris Taylor, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just a bit up. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he'll just lay this one in there. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
In now, Logan Forsythe. As he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner, it's 0-1. He popped out in his first trip. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Ahmed has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt that leads things off. First offering on its way. A high fastball is in there. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Line drive to left, and Goldschmidt's aboard. It's a base hit. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
Hey, Dero, are you aware of this? After that knock right there, that's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Now a snap throw to first, and he's back in standing. Into the box now, A.J. Pollock. Pitch out, nothing doing. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
That can be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
3-0 pitch. It is taken, strike 1. Now a snap move over to first, and he's back easily. Goldschmidt gets his lead at first, nobody out. Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2. Three-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Taylor is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, Left fielder, David Peralta.
Digging in, David Peralta. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta. A ball and 2 strikes. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. Runners back. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And he got him.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box, Nick Ahmed, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 0-1 pitch, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Taylor is there, and that retires the side. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. So digging in now, Corey Seager. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder, Cody Bellinger. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Boy, dear, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Now they'll snap one off over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Stepping in now, Justin Turner, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. He's set. Here's the 0-1, and he misses with it. 1-1. Bellinger, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
In now, Yasiel Puig. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. A base hit in his first trip. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball two.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
First and second now, one man out. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Just missed with a breaking ball.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
The 3-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss up in the zone like he did, but he got away with it right there and put the fastball by him.
The 3-2 pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. This is hit softly to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, Dero. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game. So to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, Dero, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Looking at his career totals, Peterson brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Outside, 3-0 now. He's set. Here's the 3-0. 3-0 fastball's in for a strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
That walk is going to feel a little extra frustrating for this pitcher. Not only do you never really want to walk the number 8 hitter, but it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
First delivery to him on the way. Sliders in for a strike.
Hey, when a pitcher's put in a tough spot, he's usually going to go to what got him here, and that's this guy's slider. Expect to see that more often.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Bouncer up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit, and not in time as the run scores. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 3-0 game.
Boy, Dero, talk about adding insult to injury right there. And the pitcher gets a 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, and if he throws a gem, Dan, without question, he's getting his name in the box. He's all over the box scoring this one. Ribbies, innings pitched, strikeouts, all of the above.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Chris Taylor. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 3 runs already home here. And the 29th pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that'll finally end it. So 3 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and a couple of men left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Now at the plate, Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed up a little high. I'll tell you, these guys seem well aware that this is a must-win situation for both of them. They know they're not going to have the luxury of falling back on a wild card berth.
You know, Dero, you get late into the season like this, and you really have to keep your concentration not only on the mound but in the batter's box. You're starting to get a little bit tired, and you see the schedule starting to come to an end.
Yeah, Dan, I'm with you. It becomes mental right now. Physically, everybody's hurting a little bit. You can grind it out when you know you have a chance at the postseason. Mentally, you got to stay focused.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
3 balls, 1 strike to Ketel Marte. The 3-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Now in the box, Jeff Mathis. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off there, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. A fastball that just misses inside. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Digging in to try it again, Robbie Ray. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Line toward the alley in left center, and the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, guys, he's got to feel good about that right there. You know, you're not expecting much on the offensive side. He said to heck with that. He finds barrel right there. That was a bullet for a base hit.
In now is John Jay, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Jay behind 0-2 now.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitchers were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Ready with the 0-2. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2. The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. 1 left for Arizona. Still down 3-0. Stepping into the box, Logan Forsythe. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Forsythe with a full 3-2 count. Corey Seager waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
Next for the Dodgers, Corey Seager. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
1-1 the count now. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Bases are empty, one man out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. There's a line drive out toward the gap in right center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, and he's in there at third with a 1-out triple. So with the runner safely at third with 1 away, there you get a look at the team leaders in 3 base hits. And you can see there that they're currently residing in second place in the NL in that category. So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Seager stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around you.
3-0 now. Justin Turner will be next. And now on 3-0, they won't even bother throwing another pitch, as they'll just go ahead and put him aboard here.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Ready for another shot now, Justin Turner. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. From the belt, the pitch. In there for strike 1.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Fouled off. Here it comes, 0-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
In now is Yasiel Puig, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Puig is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 3-0. Eduardo Escobar standing in, and through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
First pitch on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Swings through it for strike number 2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
That misses 1-2.
Now there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Forsythe backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
First baseman number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Digging in once again, Paul Goldschmidt. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
You know, pitching isn't always about throwing strikes. Sometimes you just need to make sure your opponent isn't too comfortable up there. And that's just what he did right there. Busted him inside with good hard stuff.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Now the 2-1. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Puig on the run. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, A.J. Pollard.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, A.J. Pollard. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail in this one 3-0. So striding in, Jock Peterson. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Jock Peterson.
First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
Count is even at 1-1 to Peterson. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Into the corner and slicing foul. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there in pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. 3-2 now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Another full count pitch on its way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Stepping up now, Will Smith. Now here comes the Arizona skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Randall Delgado takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 48, Randall Delgado.
First offering on its way.
Nope.
And a fastball just a bit high.
0-1, no strike.
A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. Peterson leads off second with nobody out. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Two and 2 to the Dodgers catcher.
That's a good but risky take there on 0-2. Some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
So here's the Dodgers pitcher, Rich Hill. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Takes a knee-high fastball. Delgado is at least partially known for a good changeup, and it's not just any change of speed pitch. It dances all over the place. The 0-1 on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 out and a runner on second base. Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate. And that misses 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Into the box now, Chris Taylor. He grounds it sharply to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for LA, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Striding in, David Peralta. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Batter number 13, shortstop, menem.
Standing in, Nick Ahmed, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. 1 out, nobody on. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hitting change of speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
Second baseman, Marte.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Soft liner towards center, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So the top of the 7th isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder cupped, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Standing in now, Jeff Mathis, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Taylor is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. One left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 3-0. Coming to the plate now, Logan Forsythe. His previous meetings with Randall Delgado, he's 0 for 4. From the stretch. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up, you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Hit out towards second. Marte fields it cleanly, and there's one away.
The batter number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Corey Seager. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Bases are empty. One man out. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
The 2-1 home. Strike 2 swinging.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. Ready with another 2-2. Pitches away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
First baseman number 35, Odie Ellinger.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's set. Here it comes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. One-0 count. Here it is. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Number 46 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 46.
Jake Lamb is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Lamb.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Well, this game's outcome certainly isn't set in stone at this point. The Dodgers have shown why they're the ones sitting atop the standings.
You know, D-Row, when the schedule starts to wind down like it is, when you have these close games, these are the kind you have to win if you want to get into the postseason.
This is a postseason game, Dan. You got to treat it as such. The manager's going to treat it as such. We just need the leadoff runner on, and we can relax the boys a little bit and see if we can score.
Yeah, and you know what, D-Row, this game's kind of been the story of this season. Even though it's just a slim lead right now, this division and this game are far from over.
Yeah, it's been an absolute grind the entire year to get to this point. Not much separating these couple of teams at the top of the division. One of them maybe hopefully grabs a wild card spot.
He's set, and the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer needing 3 runs in the ninth. That means game over.
The 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch to 0-2. Good changeup with some depth.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Line drive to center field. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Now batting, third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Digging in the switch hitter, Eduardo Escobar. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Jay, base runner at first with 1 out. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Run there. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over now, and it's the left-hander Jorge De La Rosa. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Turner. His career line against De La Rosa, just a 1 for 12 career line. First offering on its way. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is called in for the first out. A couple of good pitching performances by both clubs here. 3-0 our score as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap through the first 7 and change. Stepping up to the plate, Yasiel Puig. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is fouled at the plate. One out, nobody on. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
The pitch. In there, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
A pause, and the 0-2. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They lead it 3-0. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Kenley Jansen comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Batting in the 7th spot, number 74, Kenley Jansen.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Career matchup numbers against Kenley Jansen. He has 7 hits in 24 at-bats. He's taken him deep once.
Looks like a tall order trying to tie or take the lead against this guy who leads the league in saves.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball one. The 1-0 is laid off for ball two.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
The 2-0 on the way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. The 2-1 home. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. At the plate, A.J. Pollock. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Throw to first takes care of him, and now the Diamondbacks are down to their final out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, David Peralta.
In now, David Peralta. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Here comes the first pitch. Sliders in for a strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And there's a called strike two, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. One-two is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Arizona down to its last strike. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Taken in by Forsythe. Throw on to first is going to be in time for the final out, and the Dodgers will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over.
Hey, the more things change, the more they just stay the same for this guy. That's save number 45 of the year. He's taken advantage of nearly every opportunity.
3-0 the final score in this one today. The Los Angeles Dodgers earn home victory number 50 on the season. Rich Hill earns his 8th victory of the season. Kenley Jansen earns the save out of the bullpen, his league-leading 45th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious Dodgers. 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors, left 7 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, they left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon.
Welcome to this Labor Day edition of Inside the Show. Let's take a look back at Sunday's news and results. Starting in the National League West, the Dodgers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 3-0. In the standings, the Dodgers are leading the National League West, 6 games up on second place, while the Diamondbacks are second in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. The Rockies combined for 10 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-4. At the start of the day, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Rockies are third in the division. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Giants earned the 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the visiting Mets 7-3. As of right now, the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Mets are in 4th place in the NL East. They're 19.5 games out of first. Freddie Freeman drove home 3 runs, helping Atlanta get the victory against the Pirates 3-1. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. Entering the day's action, the Braves sit in 3rd place in the National League East division. They're 17.5 games out of first. And the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. They're 16.5 games out of first. The Blue Jays amassed an impressive 6 home runs in the game as they manhandled the Marlins 10-3. As of today, the Marlins are in last place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Blue Jays are in third place in the AL East, 11.5 games out of first. The Nationals racked up 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the Brewers at home 3-2. In the standings, the Nationals are atop the National League East division. They have a small game-and-a-half advantage over second, while the Brewers sit in second place in the National League Central. They're 2 games back. Jose Quintana collected win number 17 overall this season as the Cubs took care of the Phillies 2-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Heading into the day, the Phillies are in second place in the NL East, only a game-and-a-half back, while the Cubs are atop the NL Central, 2 games up on second place. The St. Louis Cardinals hit 3 long balls as they ran over the Reds 9-2. As of right now, the Cardinals are in third place in the NL Central. They're 7.5 games out of first, while the Reds are 4th in the division, 10.5 back. The Tigers had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 7-5. As of today, the Yankees sit in first place in the American League Eastern Division, 3.5 games ahead of second, while the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. The Red Sox sent 3 balls into the seats as they dismantled the White Sox 17-1. Entering the day's action, the White Sox are in third place in the AL Central, 17 games out of first. And the Red Sox are in second place in the AL East, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race. The Indians knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays 4-1. In the standings, the Indians are leading the Central Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Royals smacked 15 team hits as they blew out Baltimore 9-2. As of right now, the Royals sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, 16 games out of first. Daniel Mengden fell short of the shutout but pitched into the 9th inning, not allowing any runs, as Oakland took down the Mariners 4-0. At the start of the day, the A's are in 4th place in the AL West. They're 19.5 games out of first, while the Mariners are second in the division, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. The Minnesota Twins completed a 3-game series sweep as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 6-3. The win was their 6th straight as a team. Entering the day's action, the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Twins sit in second place in the AL Central Division, 10.5 back. The Houston Astros finished off the 4-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Angels 8-5. Heading into the day, the Astros are leading the AL West, 2 games up on second place. And the Angels are 3rd in the division. They're 7 games back. And that's what's going on around Major League Baseball heading into this Labor Day holiday. Check in again tomorrow for all the latest.